Virgos, this is Apprehension Tarot. I am here to do your reading for today. I also want everybody to know very soon I'm going to be offering membership options where you, with every single day that you get that there is a free reading, there will be an extended reading that's available for members only. And so it'll be about 25 extended readings every month. Whoops, we have about 25 extended readings every month. So keep your eyes out for that. I'm still kind of working out some of the technical kinks of making it work, but I just need some new equipment or something. So anyway, so universe, I want to ask for my Virgos, the person that is on my Virgo's mind, how do they feel towards Virgo and what will be their next actions towards Virgo? So with the King of Wands here, you could definitely be dealing with, oh gosh, Leo, strong Leo. So this is somebody who feels like they should maybe walk away, but they're really trying to withhold that instinct. Instead, they're trying to believe, their instinct is to fall into faithlessness and hopelessness and just give up, but they're holding back from that, and they are attempting to see things from a correct, position and believe, not just go into their emotions, and to think and to discern. Yeah, and with the Ten of Pentacles here, this is someone who knows that you deserve and need full commitment. This is someone who knows that your value, and they know that they have to truly invest in you and be fully invested. And I would say that this is someone who wants to fully invest in you. I saw a child on that card too. There could be some issue regarding a child. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that engine noise. So, universe, how does my Virgo's person feel towards Virgo? Awesome. So they are intending to reach out towards you, to reach out and speak to you about... But this is someone not being frivolous. They're understanding that, like, if I'm going to reach out to Virgo, I need to be serious. Even if it's just the beginning of a commitment, I need to show them that I'm serious and show them respect. I can't just flirt with them or mess around. I have to be, oh wow, with the Page of Swords, strong emphasis on communication. So this is somebody who is just about to communicate with you if they haven't already. With the Page of Swords in the reverse, this is somebody who maybe feels like they can't necessarily see where you're coming from. And yet they're still just so they're a little bit bewildered on necessarily how to approach you, but they're just trying to have faith and step out and do it anyways and just be brave. Yeah, Knight of Cups in the reverse to the Tower. So this is somebody who definitely wants to offer you emotion and wants to move forward with you. But I'm sensing this is kind of like an awkward approach of somebody wanting to be emotional and show you emotional investment, but it coming off a little bit just kind of weird. Like a little bit too much in one direction or the other, just because they're nervous and they're they're just really nervous. This could also be somebody coming in a way that shocks you when you hear from them, again with the Judgment. So yeah, this is somebody who feels like they're seeing things correctly now, and they want to reach out and bring forth a reunion. And I'm seeing the trumpet. So this is somebody who's all about communicating right now, and they're just really hoping that you're going to welcome them with open arms. Yeah, with the Moon in the reverse, this is somebody knowing that they just can't worry about their insecurities anymore. They just have to come out of it. They just don't have the option, to do that. And they're realizing that wallowing in emotion and, or dramatizing the situation, or, sort of listening to music and having, sad thoughts, or, just imagining scenarios, is taking them out of clarity, and it's causing them not to see the truth in this situation, and for their, their perspective to be skewed. Yeah, it's causing confusion. Yeah, so this is somebody coming in and wanting to cooperate, wanting cooperation, wanting to build with you. They could still be a little bit guarded just because they are uncertain how you're going to react towards them. But with the Ace of Cups in the reverse to the Empress, this is somebody who definitely knows your value. I sense that this is like they've tried pouring their cup into other people and it just got drained. You know, it's like you are the Empress. That's like they've realized that like you are the only person who is worthy of, you know, the cup that they have to give, of real, true, sincere investment. Could also be something here about motherhood. Oh, wow. Excuse me, guys. Yeah. So, and we're the Ace of Pentacles is peeking out too. So yeah, they definitely want to come in and offer you commitment. Here with the Two of Cups in the reverse to the Hermit in the reverse, this is somebody who, you know, they feel separated from you. And maybe I sense that there's been silence between the two of you and they just really are feeling like, okay, I have to drop my pride and be willing to admit the ways in which I might have been wrong. Yeah, it's like they're realizing that them defending themselves and being defensive is pushing you away and that they're not going to be able to get you back if they continue in this defensive, you know, it's like they've been defensive and been blindfolding themselves to reality, and maybe even taking the tack of claiming that they were wronged or something. And they're realizing that like, that's bullshit. You know, like I need to drop that nonsense with Virgo. You know, because doing that is basically, it's been protecting my pride, but it's been, you know, childish. It's been, I've been acting like a tyrant, refusing to face the truth and refusing to be honest and fair. I've been trying to have, you know, too much power, essentially, in this situation and not respecting this other person. So, Universe, what can you tell me about the Page of Pentacles to the Page of Swords in the reverse? Whoa, okay. Pain. Oh, wow. This person is definitely, whether or not they show it, they are extremely apprehensive. They're afraid. They're feeling very cautious. And yet they know that they need to come forward, that they don't have any, yeah, broken, shattered, heartbroken, and destroyed. This person is very, very, they're in pain over you. They're feeling heartbroken over, I'm sensing what they did in the past. Yeah, this is somebody who has been trying to deny the reality of what they did in the past. Or maybe, and I feel like what it is that they're scared to come forward and be honest with you about what happened in the past because they have a hard time asking for and anticipating that they will receive forgiveness. And so maybe this is why they have not, you know, asked for it in the past. So intuition in the reverse. This is somebody who is starting to feel like they're kind of losing faith in their inner knowing, or they're understanding that like inner knowing is good, but it has to be coupled. You can't just live completely in inner knowing, you know, that defies your circumstances. At a certain point, you have to keep updating, you know, with a reality check, because you know a situation can reach its expiration date, you know, and you can't just hold on forever. You know, there has to be some level of relevance to reality. So what is this Page of Pentacles to the Page of Swords in the reverse? Yeah, this is somebody who has been trying to heal, you know, in the absence of your presence in their life. But I'm sensing that they haven't, you know, that you are a healing presence in their life, and that having you gone is is causing them to not feel like they're having as many epiphanies or realizations, or you know, it's like your presence makes them feel cleansed is what I'm sensing here. Universe, what is this Knight of Cups in the reverse to the Tower? Commitment in the reverse. So oh, and the light just went out. So I'm sensing that this means that maybe this person had to end something with somebody else. Or maybe something needed to happen that was shocking. that ended another commitment with another person, a third party, maybe a water sign. Yeah, divine feminine in the reverse. I don't feel like fully clear on this. I feel like there's still a hidden message here. Universe, what can you tell me about this Knight of Cups in the reverse to the Tower? I feel like this could be a little bit of a manipulative energy. It still feels a little bit guilt trippy, or a little bit like, I'm going to come in and like shock this person into submission kind of thing. It might not be that, but for some of you it could be somebody who's thinking of taking a tack where they come in and they maybe like accuse you rather than taking responsibility. Or, you know, because the Knight of Cups in the reverse to me is like the emotionally manipulative knight. And with the Tower, it feels like somebody who's being kind of, they're trying to shock you and be a bit manipulative because they think that it'll just like, you know, it'll shock you into a position of just like submitting or being like, oh, I just want to make nice and make everything okay. This feels like a different energy than normal. This could be like another person that you deal with. But with this open heart and because I think that this is somebody like, you know, depending on the fact that you're an open heart, receptive, empathic person, and almost coming in to manipulate you and shock you through that beauty, you know, through that kind nature. Oh, I hope not. Here, let's see if we can pick something else up for that. Universe, what is this Knight of Cups in the reverse to the Tower? Yeah, something about commitment here. And it's in the upright. So I feel like this, at least we can say that this person definitely wants commitment with you. You know, it doesn't have to be that like manipulation story is yours. It could just be that this person is coming in kind of acting a little awkward and coming in a little bit shockingly because they're kind of having to like force themselves, you know, to approach you because they feel compelled to. Okay, drugs and alcohol. This could be somebody who has issues with drugs and alcohol, and this could cause some erratic behavior with this person maybe. Or this could be somebody who blames their behavior on drugs and alcohol. I wish I could understand you. Again, yeah, this feels like an energy where somebody's trying to kind of like outsource blame for the past onto you. That I don't like. It feels like somebody who's like trying to kind of like use shocking behavior or erratic behavior to sort of like shock you out of being able to stand firm and defend yourself, of kind of like, you know, it's like kind of traumatizing you into reacting with a coping response, or reacting with a like, I want to comfort you and calm things down. So I'm just going to, you know, it's almost like those of us who were raised by toxic narcissistic parents who would sabotage our sense of security as a means of, you know, training us to negate ourselves and validate them. It's almost like, you know, that's pretty specific, but it almost feels a bit like that, like somebody who's like, I'm just gonna like come in and like traumatize this person, and they'll react by negating themselves and just trying to smooth things over, because that's what they do. It's kind of what that feels like. Anyway, so your person, Virgo, is coming out of a state of disappearing, ghosting, or becoming invisible. They're wanting to come back and restore this. Again, this feels like an energy that, but yeah, it feels like this energy that's like, yeah, it's like, this is somebody who uses tactics of like elusiveness, you know, elusiveness in terms of like they stress you out. They take away your peace and they stress you out. This feels like another ex or something. This feels like another person, not the one that we've been like talking about recently. It could be, but it feels a little bit different. But like, this is somebody who takes away your peace and causes stress in you. and keeps their affection elusive and keeps it withheld so that they can basically draw narcissistic supply out of you, is what it feels like. So, you know, this is kind of specific. But yeah, this feels like somebody who purposefully withholds, you know, the energy that will keep you peaceful, so that they can cause stress, and that stress will elicit a coping response that is, you know, generally about feeding the other person's narcissism. Yeah, it's like with this moon energy, this is somebody who I'm sensing is kind of manipulating the other person's subconscious fears. And with the Judgment and the Upright, this is somebody who feels like they have like a pretty strong grasp on what that is. Ooh. But ooh. So yeah, silence. It's like this person, it feels like a very manipulative energy. So it feels like somebody who uses all these things, tactics. They use, you know, destroying your peace and filling you with a sense of stress and unsafety, withholding their love and keeping it elusive. And then also the silent treatment, you know, like, oh God. So if this is somebody trying to return to your life, this could be like an ex showing up on the scene, you know, in the next few days or something, Virgo. If that's the deal, I would stay away. I would stay away from this person. Yeah, they feel very, very toxic. Universe, can you tell me something about this energy? Could be dealing with the Pisces, with the moon here. Scorpio, Libra, Virgo. All right. Universe, could you give me a card to tell me about this person, about the situation? What does my Virgo need to know? What advice do you have for them? Health issues could arise. So I feel like this could be saying that if there's someone maybe from your past who was toxic, who you let go of for the sake of your well-being and your health, whether it's physical or whether it is financial, think very carefully before you allow this person in your life, because from what I'm picking up from this energy, this is someone who just wants to feed off of you. Also, they could come back to you in relationship to some issue of health. Maybe they come back to you and say, oh, you know, my parent is sick, my dad is sick, or my mom is sick, you know, and they try to elicit a compassion response from you. But what they're really trying to do is like reel you back into their life. And kind of like put you in chains so that they can keep feeding off of you with this toxic behavior that I'm seeing here. Mercury retrograde. So yeah, this could definitely, oh gosh, yeah, I think I got it right. That is, Mercury retrograde can often show a point in time where people from the past will show back up, and we are in Mercury retrograde right now. Until August 11. And strangely enough, on August 12th, I believe, Jupiter and Venus conjunct in Cancer at around 15 degrees. So maybe check out your chart and see where that's happening, because that should be significant. But I think this is somebody returning from your past to mess with you and maybe test your commitment to lessons learned and your integrity to yourself. There could be something surrounding a vehicle here. But yeah, so the dates of Mercury retrograde, we are in retrograde right now, and then it stations direct on August 11. So maybe just be mindful of that during this time, that this person, a person from the past who is toxic, who just wants to get you into a place of being able to manipulate you. And again, this feels like kind of like maybe Pisces. We also had Aries energy with the Emperor was up before. Universe, can you tell me anything else about this? They'll be back. Ooh, expect to hear from them soon. So this is somebody, yeah, who's coming back. And there could be some issues surrounding moving. Maybe they are moving, or maybe they heard that they think you're moving, something along those lines. Yeah. Let's get another card real quickly, and then we will... Oh. Universe, can you tell me anything else about this situation for my Virgos? Be bold and make the first move. So I feel, and with cardinal moon, I feel like this is saying, like, don't be passive in this situation. You know, don't allow this person to lead or manipulate you. You know, whatever it is you choose, which I recommend running, whatever it is that you choose, stay in control. Don't let this person take control in the situation. And I also believe expect powerful change is saying that if you know, this is like a test, a karmic test, that if you make the right decision, it will pave the way for really big results in your life, really good results. And then also believe in the impossible. So I feel like this is, if you pass this test with a past person coming back in and trying to test you, then you will, if you succeed in being true to yourself and true to your intuition, then there will be massive, wonderful changes in your life, and it will pave the way for that to happen and for you to end old cycles. All right, so I hope that this has helped you, Virgos. I will speak to you soon, and goodbye.